Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Great to hear it. My name is Jennifer Griffith, and I have the pleasure of emceeing today's event. I'm super excited about it. I've been with First Merchants for just over 25 years. Got an anniversary coming up here in a couple of weeks, and the amount of change that has rolled through our organization in Columbus, Ohio has absolutely been spectacular. But today is a really defining moment. It is the first time that we have launched a brand new de novo scratch start banking center to welcome this fantastic community into our space as we come in and learn about yours. And we're super excited to have this team with us today to celebrate exactly what's possible in the Northland area community. So thank you for inviting us into your community, and we can't wait to get started. This is our 8th banking center in the Columbus, Ohio market, and we are super excited to launch today. As we get started, we want to first welcome a fantastic partner that we've been doing some business with lately, and her name is Avery Frost, the Executive Director of the Central Ohio African American Chamber of Commerce, also known as COAC. Please welcome Avery to the podium.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Scott, for the invitation. Thank you to this whole team for your commitment, not just to this community, but also to our organization. First Merchants has been a great member, corporate partner of our chamber for a couple years now. But I'm very happy to be here to speak at the opening of the center and this space. I've been happy to be working with Scott and the team since before shovels went into the ground, really, to be thinking about how can diversity and inclusion be woven into the fabric of the space. So how can our businesses do business with First Merchant? How can they be present and even additionally, even so, looking at the diversity of this team that you'll see here throughout this here presentation, and especially in this community, that's so very important. And so we're happy to be aligned and partnered with them. So my organization, or our organization COAC, as we call it, formally opened in 2018 to support and advocate for Black-owned businesses in our region. And so our businesses do everything from selling flowers to insurance, accounting, roofing, anything really. We have about 100 members now. But our number one priority is to make sure that our businesses, our members, and small businesses in the region and the city thrive. And it's with that in mind that we really only align with corporations and partners that have that same drive and that also support small and local businesses in the communities that they serve. And so that's why this center right here on Morris Road is so important, and we're happy to see it. First Merchant has been a great partner of ours, not only to us through events like our Lending Roundtable or, like I said, we actually did an info session about doing business with First Merchant. They also just financed one of our members, not because they're a member, but because it's a good small business. And so we're excited to see that First Merchant sign on Parsons Avenue, where they're going to be converting an old post office into a bakery. And so we like that, and we're proud of First Merchant for their support of small business. So, we look forward to our continued partnership and doing everything that we can to be a friend and an ally to this great banking institution. And we congratulate you on this beautiful center. If you haven't been in there, it's awesome. And on your commitment to inclusion, equity, and diversity. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Avery. We appreciate that. You guys are doing amazing work. We got to welcome Councilman Remy just showed up with a bus of people. Emmanuel, do you have any words? You always have words.
Well, thank you very much, and welcome to the community. I had a wonderful opportunity to meet with Robin and what was that? Jennifer, that's right. I just met Susie. We met about 2 weeks ago, I believe, on a listening tour about the community, and it's so refreshing when organizations understand that getting to know the community and the people that make up the community and how important it is. It was nice to spend the time to talk about your impending opening here in Northland. I happen to live around the corner. This is definitely could be a very nice neighborhood bank for me to be a part of. But certainly really appreciative of the space that they're offering to the community and the people that you're going to serve here. As you well know, being at 161 in Carl, is going to be exciting, and certainly we welcome you and wish you all the best success. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Good to see you.
Could not deny the opportunity. Next up, I'd like to welcome the Director of our Corporate Social Responsibility, Mr. Scott McKee.
Thank you for being here today. It's wonderful. I love my job when we get to do these types of projects, really projects with a purpose, quite honestly. Investing in our communities is super important, and it's more than a responsibility. It's a passion of ours. It's something you have to believe in to be effective at it. With that, we've been able to attract a lot of really, really great talent. Hopefully, if you've been inside, you've met Robin Scott, our banking center manager. I should say Coach Robin Scott, because the Northland track and field was coached to a city championship not long ago by Coach. But I will ask Coach Robin Scott to come on up to the podium to introduce her team.
Yes, I did have the pleasure of coaching that girls track and field team at Northland High School to a City League championship. So it is good to be able to return to the community and serve in a different capacity. As Avery stated, we do have a really diverse staff here, and I would like to ask my team, as I call your name, to please step to the podium just so that everyone can see your beautiful faces. First, we have Tarika Lewis. Tarika will be our in charge of our lending, home ownership. So if anyone is in need of home ownership, please stop by and see Tarika so that she can make that American dream come true for you. Next, I have Tiffany Whitner. Tiffany, stand still, please. Thank you. Tiffany will be in charge of all of our business banking. So if you have any banking needs, you are looking to expand your business, if you need any type of capital, this is the woman that you'll want to come see, in addition to myself. Then my right-hand man is Dante De La Rosa. I have Lulu Zaguer, Jesse Hu, and Iman Jackson. So, as stated before, I've coached a winning team before, and I think I've put together a pretty powerful championship team here again as well. We're proud to partner with COAC to sponsor Juneteenth celebration and support and honor our collective history, celebrate freedom, and empower continued action toward the work of freedom. And today, I'm excited to support the Northland Area Business Association with a $10,000 donation. So, Alice, if you'd like to step up and accept this check, please, from First Merchants Bank. Thank you. Let's turn this back over to Scott. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. I mentioned you have to have a passion and believe in this kind of work, and I do believe that's true, and because it's about perseverance and partnerships. We believe in it. We believe in, and part of our strategy that's very core to our company is investing in communities of color. And along with that, we want to invest in communities that we see have a great economic future through redevelopment. We want to be a partner to that. We believe that access to banking equal for everyone is really important, and we're going to be proactive in that. We have been. You have to believe in the work. You have to believe in, and you have to stand behind what you say. But it really begins with listening. And the councilman mentioned the concept of the listening tour, and it's exactly what we've been doing. A lot of that tour has been virtual, so it's. But we're doing that in person as well now that things are letting up. But we're meeting with the communities that we're investing in so we can understand what the challenges are, what the service needs are. We actually met with local organizations to choose this spot. Where was a banking location needed for access to banking, access to home ownership, access to business, capital, et cetera. So we're not only bringing a fantastic team, which you just saw, and I have every bit of faith in them that they're going to deliver, but we're also bringing products and services that are going to be different. We've heard it in the market, and it's been popular here, and we're contributing to increasing home ownership amongst communities of color and closing the home ownership and wealth gap in the communities we serve. So we're very happy about that. We're going to keep listening. So the listening doesn't stop now. We're going to keep listening. We're going to keep learning. We're going to keep partnering, and we're going to be part of the prosperity that's coming to Northland going forward. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much, Scott. Robin, team, thank you very much. At this time, we'd like to introduce Alice FOELLER, who is the Executive Director of the Northland Area Business Association. Thank you, Alice.
Hello, good morning. I know there are a lot of you who are here from Indianapolis and other places out of town or are new to Columbus, so I just wanted to be the person who gives a little history. Some of us have been around here for a long time, so I grew up that way a little bit, 43224, Mays and Morse, and I know the reason that there were sirens isn't because something bad was happening, but because there's a fire in substation right there. And this used to be the outskirts of the Northland Mall, which was a big old mall, the kind that people don't build anymore, with a Sears and a JCPenney and a Lazarus and a movie theater and a bunch of little tiny stores, and you parked your car and went in there. And I worked in one of those shops on a Christmas break from college, and up there another mile was something called the Continent, which was this really cool walkable outdoor shopping center, and that caused tour buses to come in, and so there were hotels and there were restaurants all over. And then, just stuff changes, like the malls are not a thing anymore. The mall went out, other stuff got built farther out, and if this were any other kind of community, it would just be a really sad, empty place right now. 30 years later, but it's not. We're a welcoming community, and so what happened instead is that all the stores that were left open were filled by immigrants and refugees who moved here from other countries, and we made space for them, and they contributed their economic development to us and their culture and the liveliness and robustness and vibrance. And we have so many cultures in Northland thriving in all of these little spots all around us. And it's so great to work with First Merchant Bank because so many banks come here and they sort of, this is going to sound a little cynical, but they sort of salivate. They're like, ooh, unbanked populations, like people who don't have a loyalty to another bank, they just moved here. And they just want to meet our people and take. And you guys came and you wanted to learn about us, and you come to our meetings. Like Robin comes to the boring meetings, and you guys come to our board meetings, and it's so genuine. I can tell that you are just interested and you want to be part of it, and it's real, and it's so refreshing and great, and we're just really happy to have you as a partner here. And it's, we just want to do more now than just make space for people who need a place to open a business. We really, let's support them. Let's create an environment where we're all focusing on shopping at those businesses instead of going out to Polaris and Easton. And, let's get catering from Afrogrill instead of from Panera. And let's, work together to create that kind of community. So thank you so much for your support of the Northland Area Business Association, which is amazing. And of all of the groups in our community, the Northland Community Council, Elevate Northland, Northland Alliance, all of the things that you all have shown up to big. We really appreciate it, and thanks for being in our community. Welcome to Northland.
Thank you very much, Alice. And thanks for everybody being here. I'm Mike Stewart. I'm president of First Merchants Bank. I'm one of those people that came over from Indianapolis to be a part of this awesome day inside Northland community. We should thank Don, our chamber president, for giving us the beautiful chamber day, right? Couldn't be more beautiful than that. Alice, I really appreciate you sharing some of the history. You're right. I think it takes a lot of time and focus and learning to understand what really happens in a community. And that story is really interesting. And, it's kind of interesting. First Merchants has learned over its time, which has been a long time. First Merchants has been around over 100 years. And we've learned over time that enhancing the financial wellness of the diverse communities we serve is really important. It's mutual, right? A community thrives if we've got good banks supporting people. Banks thrive if we have good communities that support the bank. Perfect opportunity for us to continue to then support the greater Columbus area through Northland. Jennifer talked about being with First Merchants Bank for over 25 years. First Merchants has a legacy inside the greater Columbus area over 30 years. And during that 30-year period of time, the greater Columbus area has definitely helped us thrive. Success in banking comes by working with the communities we serve. So as we've continued to build a better organization within the greater Columbus area, now you heard we say eight banking centers, we can now invest in the next place that we think makes a lot of sense. And clearly, the learning that we did along the way, Northland was a wonderful fit for all the reasons we said. So enhancing the financial wellness, right? We talk a lot about that, of the diverse communities we serve. And you got to meet some of our staff that's going to be bringing those examples of enhancing financial wellness, right? It could be home ownership, it could be investment, it could be savings. It's about advice. That's what enhancing the financial wellness is all about. And being able to do that comes through product, right? It comes through people. That's the key. Community is what? It's people. People working with people. Our teams working with your community. That's what it really is about. We've learned that over a period of time. Our bank's got a long way to go to continue to really thrive within all the communities we serve. But what's really neat about what's happening inside the greater Columbus area and now in Northland is we've got a great start, and we continue to move forward, I think, with the right focus and with the right efforts and the opportunities, I think, to be a big part of this community. We've just begun to start that. So we've got an awesome team. Couldn't be more proud of them. Yeah, look out here. What beautiful looking team, in addition to the beautiful community partners that sit out there on this beautiful day. So thank you again for supporting First Merchants. First Merchants needs to support the community, and I think we'll be in a great position to do that. So I'm going to hand it back over to Jennifer so we can continue to finish up our ribbon cutting ceremony and maybe get inside for some fun cake. All right?
Thanks, Alice, and thank you very much, Mike. We're about ready to cut our ribbon, and we really want to just take a moment to again reiterate our gratitude for everyone's support here today. I see so many friendly faces in the community, and we're so excited to do this together. It means the world to us. As we prepare to cut our ribbon, we're going to ask Robin's team to come back up and be recognized. So please join us to prepare Tarika, Tiffany, and Robin, Dante, and Lulu, and Iman and Jesse. If you would all please join us. Thanks, Anthony. All right, I want to invite everyone to stick around for a little while. Please meet some new friends, engage, come inside for a piece of cake, and cool down a little bit out of this great sunshine. Robin, thank you so much for hosting us today. Everyone watching virtually, we absolutely appreciate your commitment, your support, your loyalty, and most certainly your curiosity and interest. We hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and thank you very much for joining us on Facebook Live.